What is going on, YouTube? It is FlopFish here, and I should probably start this intro out differently, so hang on one second. Da-na-na, na-na-na. Alright, there we go. Now it's official. Iggy was traded last night, and as I will rage about this gameplay forever because I didn't deserve to lose it, and there's lots of incidents in it that, were kind of garbage to me on their goals and stuff, and my AI and stuff, so anyways, enough about that. You guys can watch the gameplay and decide for yourselves. But yeah, so Iginla got traded to Pittsburgh yesterday after pretty much everyone thought he was going to Boston, including myself, because of what was confirmed last night. And it wasn't just one person confirming it; it was a lot of people confirming the trade to Boston. And again, like the one or two people that kind of remain pretty skeptical about it, or like just said hold up, were Bob McKenzie, who was the first to report him going to Pittsburgh, and I think probably Drager were the only two who were kind of just like, let's wait till it's confirmed. And they did, and it was a decent kind of event last night / morning, depending on where you're from. But overall, a lot of people are gonna say the trade is undervalued, and yeah, it is for Iggy. But the thing you have to remember is he's on a 1-year contract, and he's a rental player for Calgary. He's not gonna get a ton more, especially with the no movement clause. If he could go to any team, they could have gotten a lot more for him. I feel that because the trade was pretty much forced. There were only 3 teams he wanted to go to. Well, 4, and one wasn't going to trade for him, that being Chicago. You had LA, you had Pittsburgh, and you had Boston. And pretty much they all just knew that they had to match Feaster's asking price, which was a top prospect, a secondary prospect, and a first-round pick. And I'm sure that LA probably had Bernier in discussion in their trade for him. But ultimately what probably happened is that Feaster went up to Iginla after you got the 3 offers, and you're just like, they were similar. Don't forget, the Flames really like NCAA players. They have a guy who's, I think, who scouts them and knows them fairly well, and they projected the 2 players to be both second and third liners in the NHL. So overall, it's not bad to them. I mean, and the first-round pick, it's not a horrible trade. He probably would have walked at the end of the season, which a lot of people need to realize too. So it's better than nothing. But it wasn't exactly the best offer on the table for him. And ultimately, I think it comes down to show how much respect and how much kind of value and power Iginla had in a situation like this. Like, he had full control over this trade no matter what. And I have a feeling what ended up happening was Feaster came up to him, look, we have these 3 trades, and where you have a trade to LA, you have a trade to Boston, and you have a trade to Pittsburgh. Which place do you want to go to? He probably told him what the offers were too, and Iggy probably took the night off and thought about it. That's probably why he was scratched, as he was probably talking over it with family and his agent last night. And overall, it's just, what if kind of one of those weird situations that while everyone thought he was going to Boston, he ended up going to Pittsburgh, and rightfully so. Like, he really wants to win a cup, and he's gonna go to a place, he's gonna be playing on a line with Crosby, and you saw what they did in 2010. That's probably one of the huge factors in this trade, is that the fact he got to go play with Crosby and a really stacked team. And ultimately, I don't think Feaster really had a ton of say in this. I think is pretty much, here's your 3 trade offers and choose where you want to go. And he ended up choosing the best team for him, not necessarily the best deal for his team, in my opinion. But who knows? We can talk about it not being a good deal now, but who knows? Maybe 5-10 years down the road, that first-round pick turns out to be someone really good and becomes, a really solid first liner. The 2 NCAA prospects end up playing pretty big roles for them. We don't know that until the final, but right now it stands as a weaker trade because it wasn't the best offer on the table. And a lot of people are saying if he was more patient, he could have gotten more, but ultimately I think Iggy wanted to go before the trade deadline. I don't think he wanted to wait to the last minute, and he probably was just tired of all the distractions and questions about it. So I think it was good for them to trade him early and just kind of get that distraction out of the way, because there's going to be a fire sale coming afterwards. Expect Ryan Clough to go to Boston for probably Kokachev, I think is his name, and a first-round pick, and expect Calgary to kind of blow up their team, for the lack of a better term. Expect Bouwmeester to go somewhere. So anyways, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this commentary and kind of breakdown. Overall, I think the Iginla trade was a okay one. It wasn't the best for Calgary, but he served them for 16 years, so it's just kind of whatever. Anyways, take it easy and peace out.